Who's on Atiba?
Boss,
Who?
Boss, you gotta pack your bags, man.
No.
Vince is looking for us, man. He's gonna take everything from us.
Choppa, calm me down.
I can't, boss.
Atiba, listen, Vince is looking for us because we're the
I gotta call my family.
We're the tag team champs. Don't you call
Vince,
nobody.
don't
Looking for.
Whatever Bruce did.
Yes.
Vince, I'm sorry. I don't know what he did, but I'm sorry, okay?
Atiba, you have no need to be sorry. As a matter of fact, I'm here for the complete opposite reason. You guys made me proud, man. You guys are the JCW Tag Team Champions. I brought you over from Rocky Mountain Pro, man. Little Rocky Mountain Pro. And look what you have made out of yourself. Now, you guys haven't been walking around with these belts around your waist all week, have you? Okay, guys, what comes with doing good? You know, you're like dogs, bro. I'm going to give you a little bone. I'm going to give you a little treat. Now, I'm not going to be able to be at next week's show. I want you guys to book the show.
Yes!
I want you guys to. We need ratings. You know I'm all about ratings. And I think you guys can make it a very entertaining show. Now, whatever you book, you got to bounce off Violent J. Violent J has to be cool with everything. But I'm leaving you dry. And Atiba, I'm telling you right now, if he screws up, it's going to be on your head. You understand? Yes, it's going to be on your head. You got it, Bruce?
Hey, speaking of that, let me get the bat.
You don't need no bats.
I need a bat,
You don't need no bats. You got it?
How about signal of office? Symbol. The jersey.
You want the jersey.
The jersey.
We can walk with the giant.
I want it back. I want it dry clean, and I don't want him to put it on because I could smell him from here.
Okay,
you understand? Don't soil this jersey, bro.
We smell amazing. It's part of CHOPPA CITY. You guys smell good.
So take care of this.
I got you.
You guys got this?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Dude, my boy. Hey, Vince, you got the same thing going on as Jasmine? You know? What?
You with you?
Hold on a minute. You're gonna talk about my 65-year-old belly? What's your excuse, Bruce? Bruce, 2 words. Salad bar. Atiba, don't let him screw up.
Atiba, this is painful. Chops out! Chops out! I'm with it, chops out. I would do that. It's a good idea.
You beat us in a match right here, right now, and you get Vincenzo back. Sounds good to me. But if you lose, then you're out of JCW forever!
Whoa! My uncle ain't afraid of nobody! Accettiamo! Where's that? I don't think the Don Vito approved that acceptance! And now we got a match!
Rufo in captivity for like 3 months. Sally just got it.
Love it!
Vito setting up Yabo now. Oh!
Across the midsection and leg of Vito!
Rufo finding more weapons to inflict some punishment here on Big Vito.
Oh, wait, look at Sally! But yeah, Sally Boy taking the bullet! Right?
Yeah, and the referee is not gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is.
Oh, come on!
That's too far!
I get it!
I get it!
They have been waiting to get their hands on Luciano's butt.
Oh no!
Here are your winners by disqualification. The Luciano family.
I don't know what you asshole clowns are doing in the back to help me. Get your asses out here and tell me who the father is that inserted this piece of filthy fucking trash into my belly.
It's time to announce the 1000% father of Jasmine St. Clair's child. He is the one and only 665-pound Mr. Happy.
Oh my God!
Mr. Happy's back, and he no. Oh look at Happy is Joe.
He's elated! Congratulations! And Jasmine, Jasmine not taking the news well. But Mr. Happy, it's gonna be a dad!
You know what wins wars? Winning. The winning has been done by Josh Bishop.
I've been watching Josh Bishop for 3 weeks now. And this motherfucker, he's a beast.
You are Caleb Conley. You are the champ. It doesn't matter who you're in there with. And just in case there are any problems, you know I got plan A, B, C, and D.
I think that whatever you were trying to do with your chicken, maybe it didn't quite work.
Plan B, plan B.
Oh, Bishop barely felt it!
He punched through the chair.
I dare you! Oh, I did the ref doing the right thing.
And wait, no, the back, but
Bishop
Bishop missed it. And
Oh, my Lord.
in half.
No! And Russo waved him in! Oh, Russo has this up his sleeve! This 7-footer! Plan C! Plan C! Bishop got drilled!
Who loans your money, homie? Who owes your cash? Who taught you how to use the bond for the grass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume that when you hit your first net, your homies was in you talking about homies, homies. Talking about motherfucking homies, homies. Homies, homies.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to your JCW Lunacy review show called Insanity. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, Whoople Brandon. And Brandon, you're on mute, by the way. So before you say anything, unmute yourself so you can actually talk. There you go. There you are. What's going on, man? Whoop, whoop.
Not much. Another fun episode of Lunacy. Continue to show why they are the most entertaining and fun show to watch. Like,
yeah,
comes to Wrestling Weekly. Whoop, whoop.
Absolutely. Considering some of the crap that we get week in, week out from the top two companies, right, Brandon? But this is the most funnest show right now when it comes to wrestling, man, because like I said, it doesn't take itself too seriously like other shows like to do, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, indeed. But before we do get into JCW, of course, and Lunacy in particular, I just want to say that we are live on Humming Media Group's YouTube channel and, of course, on the Patreon after the fact. But, Brando, what's all this talk about Bailey and being Bailey's last match at, was it Saturday night's main event against Bird Girl?
Yeah, with the way it was booked and how, like, decisively that Lyra Valkyrie went over, it would seem like, yes, Bailey might be on her way out the door, especially with Monet explicitly teasing the two of them wrestling next year at Revolution or some AEW pay-per-view.
Well, I've been saying this for about a year, to be honest, man, that she should probably go to AEW once her contract is up. Because let's be honest, though, Brandon, she's been there, she's done that, she's done everything you could possibly do when it comes to WWE. And I think for her to go to AEW would be an absolute fresh start. And just, she'll have a whole new string of opponents, which I think would be good for her. And it'll probably rejuvenate herself and her career, obviously.
Yeah, she, like Bailey herself, kind of needs a shot in the arm. She needs a little something. Hey, yo, there's a little something different. She's been in the same environment for 10 years. It kind of feels like she's spinning her wheels in WWE at this point. Just getting her a fresh environment, a fresh start somewhere where she be with her best friend and working again. Just something to it seems like she needs a little bit of shot in the arm. And time away from WWE, working somewhere else, working with Sasha, working with Mercedes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I was just reading what RBV was just saying. And he was saying Benny only needs to go to AEW is TK cuts a check as far as fat ass. Yeah, like we were saying on what do you call it? On This Week in WWE, we're talking about that. And I'll guarantee you that she will get a fat ass contract, as a matter of fact, as fat as her ass in AEW. So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, are you telling me she's not going to get one of those deals that Monet's got?
It's pretty damn close. If not the exact one, pretty damn close.
No doubt about it. And they look, I'm sure, I know TK from what we hear, we don't know him personally, obviously, but by all reports, he seems like a nice guy, no doubt about it. And, I'm sure he's going to give her the money, even though he's got all the leverage when you really think about it, because he doesn't have to pay her big bucks, knowing that, what's WWE really going to offer her? I don't know how, I don't know if do you think WWE actually want to keep her, first of all?
Oof. Honestly, I could actually see value in Bailey and keeping her in WWE as like a player coach type. And like she, helps get younger talent over, works with them, also works as an agent, works the house shows. I still think there is value in her keeping her in WWE as she's a veteran, she is a veteran talent who can help the younger women coming up.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, she'll be an absolute asset, no pun intended, for AEW, 100%. And it'll make their women's division a lot more stronger. And boy, do they need a locker room leader, as you said, Josh.
She could be. She proved herself she could be a locker room leader when she set up that whole twice so far. She set up like a weekend, camp getaway of bringing, independent women's wrestlers to come to this training seminar that's the weekend long. She pays for everything. And even brings in I think John Cena's at the first one.
Todd brings up an interesting question saying, watch Bailey's interview on Taker's podcast. I never watched it, Todd. I heard about it. What does she have to say? Because she does, in other interviews that I've seen her talk, she does talk riddles and she does kind of drop hints about her.
She does she does it. She, in a weird way, I think it's because she's kind of says a lot about, I think it's kind of says a lot about the Undertaker at this point in time, because he seems like the fact that she's venting this to him, it feels like she's something that she can trust with talking about this.
Yeah, definitely. I saw that one, by the way, and that one was a good one. Again, she was dropping hints once again about her leaving, so I'm intrigued, man. But I don't know. I'm sure she's got a 90-day no compete clause or something like that, 30 days, whatever it's going to be.
Well, I think
she's got a contract, right?
No, I think what it is, she's still under contract, but they haven't negotiated a new one yet.
Okay.
So I think what's probably going to happen is her contract's going to run out.
That means you can just jump in whenever she wants.
Yeah, as soon as contracts say, just like Ciampa. As soon as his deal was up, he was right. He was right there.
Yeah, I mean, J12 also brings up an interesting point, saying I think by her running those camps, she was already thinking about leaving WWE. It's been in her mind, I think, for the last year, man. I've been saying it for at least a year.
And that's what sucks about the WWE TKO corporate. It's like you see somebody taking that initiative like that to help the younger talent and bring them up. Hang on, that's an asset. We don't want to let that go. Even if, like, on-screen character-wise, she's kind of run her course, needs a little bit of, time off TV, just kind of freshen her up a bit. How can we miss you if you're never gone?
Right.
That would be a great way to do that. Have her like working like in NXT as a coach and evolve as a coach.
Yeah, no, I
working
agree.
house shows, helping these younger talents.
It just shows how much WWE, and especially this current version of WWE with TKO, they just don't give a fuck about their legends or how long they've been part
They
of the
really
company.
don't.
They don't
Look at New Day. New Day, Sheamus.
Yeah. They're lowballing him. Look, I can understand. Look, New Day were on television all the time. They didn't deserve to get what they got, right? As far as Sheamus goes, apparently they lowballed him with a contract offer, for example, right? And he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to re-sign here." But the thing is, he hasn't really been used either. So
No, the last time he was on TV was when last match here. I believe the last match he wrestled on TV was when it was him, Cena, and Ray versus like Dom and some other guy like Judgment Day in the 6-man.
Right, and that was it. And then we hadn't seen him again since. And even before that, he's been on and off. I know he's had injuries and whatnot, but he's been all over the place. Like, he hasn't really been on television. So I can understand by them not offering like a big amount of money to keep him. I get it. But at the same time,
but is that his fault or is that the Booker's fault for not putting him on the show? Or the wrestler for not putting him on the show?
Fault, but there's a lot to do. I mean, clearly, it's hard to fit everybody in. And at his age right now, he's getting a lot older. I don't know how much you can really do for him. But before we continue on, though, Brandon, we do have a special guest in the house, as a matter of fact. Yeah, we do. It is R to the B to the V joining us right here on Lunacy. Rick, thank you for joining us on, I think, is this your very first time on Insanity? If you can hear us. Can you hear us, Rick?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm here. I got it now.
There you go. There we can
Yeah,
hear you now,
I'm
man.
good. Sorry about that. I wasn't plugged in all the way.
No, that's all right, man. That's absolutely all good, man. But like I said, I believe this is your first time on Insanity, right?
Making his debut, pal.
It is absolutely first time on here. First time I've watched an episode.
Oh, really?
First time I've watched an episode in a while. Saw a lot of cool things that I liked. I thought they've done a lot of growth since I've watched last time on it. I catch some of the clips and all the updates, and I kind of keep up what's happening with you guys. Do such a great job with the clips that you share and all that. But yeah,
thank you.
I'll just kind of flow with you guys where you're at. I know you're doing some news. What are we talking about on that right now?
Yeah, we don't get into the news like we do on other shows. We just talk about sort of the major sort of news story. But we're just talking about how, Bailey, it seems like she's done with WWE, and how TKO, particularly this version of WWE, don't really care about their veterans anymore. They just lowball them all the time with new contract offers, and they just don't care. Like they really don't give a shit. They're all replaceable basically, and that's what we're talking about. So Rick, before we move into Lunacy, I just want to get your thoughts. Do you think it's right for Bailey to go and move on now to AEW? And does TKO even care if she goes?
Well, how is this a surprise to anybody? We've seen their business model, what they're about. Just beginning with TKO here. Just for one, cutting house shows, because then you're raising your premium on your ticket price. When you're just offering those big ones, you're trying to drive more of a need. Less shows means you can charge a higher price. In theory, they were doing well with that through 2005. Now we're starting to see that bubble burst. We got all these reports of they're asking talents to take paydays. So the other thing is, were they overpaying these talents? I know a lot of those inside. I'm speaking, a huge no-no here. But what is the return on investment? What are they getting from these individuals? Because it has been decades. Or you could argue, I don't even put Cena in that class, and it was by necessity that Rock and Austin were given that spot. But it was almost, when Hogan walked away and Hulkamania, its own brand, rivaled, in some ways surpassed WWE, it was then that they swore they'd never do that. So these are just cogs in a machine. They're manufactured parts that come out of the Performance Center, and they got a whole crop ready to go here. No one should be shocked by this. This is a sad thing of it, though. This is what big business is all about. But on the other side of it, you got like someone like Tony Khan, who, thank God, they have an endless supply of funds to back them. If anybody else anyone else except for Tony Khan would have owned AEW, that company would not have been in business right now. It would have been gone years ago. It is a project for him. He books that show for him, for his style, this crowd. TK, I've said this regularly. Tony Khan runs a wrestling promotion for his taste, his flavor.
But for all that, though,
those are his toys. TKO is an actual big boy, biscuit or not.
Oh, you're breaking up, Rick.
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. You're back. You're back.
Let me
Rick.
back out and come back. Let me back out and come back.
Yeah, do that because it usually helps. But Brandon, you were going to say something as Rick backs in and backs out.
Right.
Yeah, like what he's saying about Tony being like, just a super fan, like treating it like toys in the play chest. However, he's also making sure to take very good care of those toys and make sure that they're, well off, if that makes sense.
Well, but does he though? He's got his favorites though, man. I mean, look how he's treated others. Your Warlords, your Britt Bakers.
He's not very true. I mean, he's not batting 1,000. I mean, let's look at Willie Mack.
Yeah, he's an AEW talent technically. Isn't he signed with AEW? As a matter of fact,
I believe he's the lowest. I believe he's the lowest. From what I understand, Willie Mack is like the very low end of the AEW contracts, where he's like technically signed to them. He's also free to work anywhere as long as it's not anywhere WWE affiliated.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And what up, Jeff Lane? Thank you for joining us once again, man. And he also says, interestingly, Swerve pal, Bailey growing her hair long, Laura Hill turn to bring back Hugger Bailey. I was thinking that. You know what? I was actually thinking that, but then I thought, I don't know. But you never know. I mean, it could be but that did cross my mind. And Rick, is that even a possibility, you think, with what Jeff Lane said?
I think that's a smart move. People want that back to her. You bring that character back full circle. She still has months to go on that deal. This is just a precaution in case she doesn't sign. They have an out with her, but there's an easy comeback. Huge pop. She would be immensely over to come back as that hugger. Her character's made a full circle. I think of the horsewomen, Bailey is the most talented all around. Well, first and foremost, I think Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, and Becky Lynch those are like 1A to me for the most overrated pieces of crap in professional wrestling from the last decade. For how much they're hyped and how much people buy into them and think that they put on these bangers, I don't see any of them. Yes, I think they are the most overhyped, overvalued talents, Becky and Sasha or Monet. I know Charlotte could go. She's better in ring than Bailey, but I think all around when you take every aspect of being a sports entertainer, professional wrestler, I think Bailey's the best of that bunch. But hey, they have got a deep well of talent. So if she goes, best of luck where she ends up. I hope that she can get Tony Khan to cut her a check as fat as her big fat rump, because that'd be a big payday right there.
I love how he says that, because we've been saying that on our show on This Week in WWE. It's true, man. I hope she does get a check as fat as her backside, put it that way. But in saying that, before we move into Lunacy, Rick, I want to ask you one more question before we move on. What about WWE Radio and apparently WWE buying out Busted Open Radio, which is bizarre to me?
Honestly, if you've been paying attention, that's not really that shocking. I'm going to
come out just 100%
like
honest.
They've been kind of kissing WWE ass for a little bit there. Like, it's not shocking.
Sorry, Rick, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, to be 100% honest with it, because I look forward to talking a little Juggalo Championship Wrestling, have some fun with one of the funnest shows, I believe, that's out there, especially I had a great time tonight watching it over the other products that we're getting. As Brandon's saying, no big surprise. They've been kind of in that camp. Hell, bullying them work for WWE, right? They're on the Legends, the LFG show, and all that.
Right.
If you go check like their socials, if you check their YouTube, it's usually a lot of pro WWE, negative everywhere. First force for Mr. Dave LaGreca, right?
Yep.
Give me
That's
those
his
pink
name,
pajamas,
right?
pal.
Bravo that he made a commitment. He bought in. He believed in their product. He built it up. So you know, barely getting that big check. Hopefully, he got a big check on it.
Oh, I'm sure he would have actually.
Hopefully, he got a big payday. But I've never listened to a second. I've never listened to a second of any of their programming.
I don't blame you.
Me either.
I don't. Yeah, I don't watch. I don't listen to it religiously. I haven't even listened to it in over a year. But sometimes, occasionally, I'll tune in here and there if it crosses me by. Other than that, you know, I couldn't care less about it. And the Greek is too much of a marktard for my liking. You know, especially for his age as well. But anyway, who am I to judge? But as Josh says, nice fan RBV, and of course Todd Brownlee also saying, "Preach it, RBV." He's on, man. He's on fire right now, that's for sure. But let's get into Lunacy, shall we, peeps? Because it was a great episode of Lunacy, as a matter of fact. And you know, there was a opportunity of a lifetime for Chop City, which ends up running the show, and that's how we start the show. Because we see CHOPPA City talking in the back after last week's show, because we didn't see this last week. But anyway, just to cut a long story short, you know, Vince Russo has put him in charge for this week's episode of Lunacy. And, you know, there's a lot of joking around back and forth. I kind of like the fat references because, what was it? Was it Bruce calling Vince Russo fat?
Yeah, he said, "And when you delivering, you look like just like Jasmine."
Yeah.
So Russo goes back, go to him and says 2 words: salad bar.
I mean, why would a fat dude be? Anyway, it was funny. Anyway, it seems like
2
it's a
fat
bit of a
dudes ribbing each other.
Yeah, but Vince is not fat. Come on, man. Let's be real
big
now. But that was kind of funny, you know, because he's asking, yeah, you seem like you're pregnant, like you know, Jasmine St. Clair was. But anyway, or is. But that was just basically setting up for that, you know, for them to be in charge of the show and booking all the matches and whatnot. But then we see Big Vito and Sally coming out as Vito does his usual lines and tells the fans to wipe the face paint off. Vito says there's no one that can kick his ass, or Sally's ass for that matter, in his building tonight. He says he hopes the fans have nightmares and diarrhea for the rest of the evening. And there's a lot of, you know, explicits going on around here. Big Vito and Sally Boy, though, you know, says that Vincenzo had an accident and isn't here with them, only in spirit. It's like he's alluding like he's dead or something. Anyway, Vito asked for the fans.
That was just because he couldn't make those. I think it's because he couldn't make those tapings. That's their way of writing him off.
Is that why? Okay, interesting. I didn't know why.
Yeah, because remember, last 2 weeks beforehand when we never saw him, but he was in a room and we heard him screaming.
Right.
That was actually Jeff Lane doing that.
Oh, really? There you go. Jeff, man, he's killing it over there. Wait, where did Rick just go? He disappeared again. Or he's doing the Houdinis. But Jeff, man, you've become the guy that does a lot of everything, like in the background, which I kind of dig, which is cool. But I didn't know that, so thank you for telling me that, actually, Brando. I appreciate that. But anyway, as Rick is figuring things out with whatever's going on there, he goes on to say that Vincenzo had an accident, and like I said, he's only there in spirit. But then the JWO of Violent J, Willie Mack, and Too Tough Tony come out. Violent J says he's tired of hearing Vito talk. He says Vito and Sally got stomped out last week, and it don't look too tough without Vincenzo. Violent J says 3 doofuses is tougher than 2 idiots. Violent J says he's tired of Vito's mouth and calls Tony and Mac on them as Tony and Mac attack and, you know, go into the ring. We get a bit of a melee going on, and you know, they all fight outside and go into the crowd, and Vito clubs Mac, and then Sally's put in the chair, and Vito cross bodies him against the wall, breaking the wall. No, you know, as a matter of fact, and Vito bangs Mac's head off the pole. Tony then, you know, chops it. It's a melee. It's just basically we're all over the place, and then basically, was this an impromptu match? Would you say? I mean, it wasn't really a match, but it kind of felt like
Nah, it wasn't. It was just a having your opening in ring end with match. That's all it was.
Yeah, it was cool though, man. And as Rick is about to join us once again, Rick, I don't know how you ended up in the 3rd slot there, but are you back? Oh, we got bad internet, pal.
Right, we there?
We're there, but you know what, dude? If it helps, if you need to take off your camera, you can and just talk.
Just fuck this fucking thing. Go without me.
Don't say that. You should be fine. You should fix up. Obviously, the net over there in Ohio is a bit. Now you seem clear. He's gone. I think that's the end of it for now with him. He has had bad internet lately for whatever reason. Hopefully that fixes up because we got to do our own show too this coming Tuesday. But anyway, Brandon, what do you think of this first segment?
I thought it was fun, and also as Tennessee Couponer mentioned, they used a woman in a wheelchair as a weapon.
Oh yes,
and she was more than happy to participate.
That was hilarious, man. I couldn't believe they did that, but she seems cool with it, like you said. And only in JCW will you see something like that. As I respond to Rick in a moment, but please continue on. Well, I'll do that, Brando.
No, that was fun. Like that's good creative stuff that you will not see anywhere but JCW, because the fan base would go with that. Like if you had I guarantee you, if there's a Juggalo fan that had a prosthetic leg and Too Tough Tony came to them and said, "Hey, can I borrow your leg? Use weapon. Here you go."
Yeah, it popped me, man. I'm not gonna lie, that was cool, man. And I like how they involved the fans. Like it's pretty cool, especially the hardcores that really like love it. You know what I'm saying? And like Josh says, he even likes her reaction too. I mean, she was all in, man. She was all in, literally. And I appreciate fans like that, and the fact that the wrestlers got her involved, which would have been like, I'm sure she would have been buzzing off of that, man.
Right, and plus, if you're a fan watching this, you're kind of thinking, okay, what if I did something like that to get involved in a match like that? Just something like this. Be part of this. Be part of that crowd and be part of that environment.
Absolutely, I agree, man. 100%. It was like I said, it was a cool moment for her, I'm sure. But anyway, after that little melee schmoz, whatever you want to call it, we go back to the back as we see Kerry Morton talking while outside. He says he's not supposed to be here and he's supposed to be in India. Jeez, lucky he's not. He says he became friends with the office that is in charge tonight. He then walks by a dumpster and says he didn't know Russo was supposed to be here tonight. Kerry says he has a lot to get off his plate and says his vacation ended early. And then we see the JWO celebrating in the back as we see CHOPPA City come in and celebrate too. Bruce says the Luciano family asked for what? For that, and they gave them in. Bruce says they are running the show tonight and got a show set up. As Violent J tells Bruce that he's the other half of this control, and really he's the boss. Then Bruce says CHOPPA City will face two unknown people, Mac and Tony Face. The backstreet friggin' the backseat boys in a Bacardi on a pole match, and everyone seems to laugh and like that.
Yeah, I loved how Violent J's like, okay, it's actually a pretty good show. I'm with it.
But a Bacardi on a fucking pole match, man.
Well, why would Tony say no to that? Tony would say yes to that.
I know, but that reads Vince all over it instead of CHOPPA City. You know what I mean?
Which I like that he's kind of become kind of self-aware and kind of self-ribbon himself with stuff like that.
No, absolutely. You have to, man. Everyone knows Vince for that type of stuff. If you don't take the piss on yourself,
and putting it in matches that work like this, like Tony, like in a match of Too Tough Tony, have a Bacardi on a pole, it works.
It works. No, definitely. It definitely works. I laughed, dude. And I laughed the way everyone else reacted to it too, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like J12 said, CHOPPA City getting over really quickly. They got a huge future, man. I just see it.
Dude, like they got handed the ball. It's like touchdown. Okay, what next ball? Touchdown. All right, I got another ball. Touchdown.
You notice they don't look like fucking they don't look like jobbers, bro. They look like an actual tag team. You know what I'm saying? Like their ring gear looks great. The chop thing is great. It's over. You know what I mean? I can picture everyone like even on a bigger scale in WWE or AEW. Everyone's like chop, chop, chop. Except they probably won't even allow them to call them chop.
If I'm the Atlanta Braves, I'm getting a hold of these guys. Hey, you hype the crowd up like during commercial breaks.
Oh, absolutely. There's money to be made even with that. Like you said, man, I can see it. The marketing departments could go crazy with CHOPPA City, bro. Like Absolutely. You know, they've kind of got a. Does that remind you of anyone in particular in tag team wrestling, in your opinion?
Honestly, here's a. You remember Edge and Christian from 2000 when they're like, this reeks of awesomeness.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Kind of like their flavor variation of that.
Yeah, I mean, comedy wise, I see where you're coming from, but as far as the way the tag team is, well, it's a little bit different, obviously. But I don't know, man. I just think these guys have got potential to become huge stars, man. Once they break out,
they get it. They get it. They're entertaining. They're charismatic. They get it. They get it.
They get it, man. As Mantis Toboggan or Toboggan says, chop shop. And Team Cupid says JCW needs to make chop. Dude, 100%.
Yeah, dude, the chop foam hands, man. There's money there.
Like the old school ones back in WWF. Like, do you remember how they used to have the foam? Like whatever it was, like it could be whatever, like, a foam hammer or whatever, They need to do that shit again, man, for sure. But anyway, that was a fun little segment, but that leads us to the first matchup of the evening between Kerry Morton and the man that knocked up freaking Jasmine St. Clair, Mr. Happy. And boy, to say that Mr. Happy was pretty happy, to say the least, it seemed. I mean, come on.
Mr. Happy's very happy. Well, I can't even blame him. He's about to become a dad.
Yeah, and look, to be honest, this match, was a little slow, as to be expected. These two just have, completely different styles of wrestling. But you know what?
But they made it work. They worked a match that made their different sizes and styles work.
Well, yeah, it worked, but Kerry Morton obviously gets the win. And Jasmine was too busy to take care of this for Mr. Happy, whatever, and whatnot. But Morton does get the win. Where does this leave Mr. Happy? I mean, what do you see the future being with this storyline? What's the end game, do you think, with the baby? Are we going to have... That's what I'm curious about, because it's going to be tricky to continue this and to make it keep on sort of going. I wonder how it's going to be done.
Here's a prediction I can see this going. Where Jasmine thinks that she can get some, let's just say because of, the way the American legal system works especially when it comes to children and favoring mothers over fathers.
Uh-oh.
Stories right there.
Oh, no.
She tries to get what she can out of Mr. Happy. Whereas he actually wants to be a good father. I totally see that going. I totally see where it's going, where she tries to use the fact that he knocked her up to get as much money out of it as possible, where he's like, I don't give a shit. I just want to raise the kid and be a good dad.
Well, Mantis says fatherhood's good for him. I'm sure it would be. Tina Cooper says paternity match, Mr. Happy versus Jasmine Mystery Guy. Could be the Blue Meanie.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, like where she tries to extort as much money out of Mr. Happy as possible, then gets a new guy to be the baby daddy to raise it, and then like Mr. Happy, of course, no, it's actually my kid. I want to raise him.
But really, it's the old husband though. Because she used to be married to Blue Meanie in real life. That's a shoot. So
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that being the storyline where like the Blue Meanie lost a lot of weight. He became like almost kind of the fat kid who became a jock.
Dude, you know what's fucking hilarious about that? Because I remember it clearly, like during that ECW time when Jasmine St. Clair came in and the Blue Meanie was skinny. He was going, I remember them specifically, I think it was right before Heatwave. It was the intro to Heatwave, 2000 maybe, or 99, one of those years, where he's walking around the beach with Jasmine St. Clair and he's looking at dudes that are jacked, right? They're like tanks. And he's like, look at this fat piece of shit. Like... just full giving him shit, but they're not fat, they're actually in shape and all that, and then looking at him like, what? Because you heard me, you fat shit. You know what I mean? You fat piece of shit. Go and lose some weight. He's like, that was the funniest Blue Meanie. That version was hilarious because he really did lose a lot of weight. It was crazy, man.
I need to go back and check some of that stuff out because that seems entertaining. Like all of a sudden, like the Blue Meanie, like the The guy it was the fat dude who was like the fun-loving fat dude who always got picked on and made fun of. All of a sudden he loses weight, gets a hot porn star girlfriend, and all of a sudden he thinks he's hot shit. Like that's a good story.
That's what I was doing, bro. It was fucking funny. You should go back and watch that. I'm sure it was Heatwave 2000 or Heatwave 99. One of those. I'm leaning towards 2000 though. But it was hilarious, bro. It was actually funny, and all that lead up. And that's when I first saw Judgment St. Clair in the wrestling business. From that point on, so yeah, pretty interesting stuff, man. But anyway, so what do you think? Are we gonna have? Do you think we're gonna get paternity matches and whatnot?
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm interested to see where this goes.
So
we can speculate and.
Yeah, no, there's no point because we can go all around. You know, we'll see where they go with it first before we actually do that. But we see CHOPPA City, though, after that match, again in the back. And they're talking in the back, and Bruce is excited, about being in charge. Big Vito and Sully Boy come in, though. As Vito said, Russo made the dumbest mistake of his life in putting CHOPPA City in charge. Vito says they should have done their job and done something during the brawl earlier. Atiba then says Vito needs to be more professional. As Vito says, go fuck yourself. He tells him to stay out of his way, or he'll put them in a dumpster, which is hilarious. And then we go to break and return, though. As we come back from the break, we see Bruce talking about being tag champs and says they had to sneak in here 2 months ago as Russo calls in via webcam and says not to make them look stupid. CHOPPA City then says he doesn't look stupid and the webcam has a toupee. And
the Giants jersey underneath the laptop. That was tremendous. That was tremendous. That was so fucking funny.
That is fucking funny, man. Russo tells him not to do anything they wouldn't do if he was sitting there in front of them. Atiba says they got it under control and Bruce makes the call, disconnect. That was fucking hilarious, bro. That was one of the funniest fucking moments. Like that fucking popped me, bro, for sure. Absolutely funny. Funny as hell. And that's another thing. The comedy here is fucking hilarious, at least.
You want to see something else that's kind of funny? I just got something sent to me.
Oh, what was it? What'd you get sent? Was it by who I think it was?
Hang on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is Jeff Lane doing there? Is that pizza in his hand?
It looks like a nice slice of pizza, pal.
Yeah, seems like he's feeding more than just pizza over here to the rat. Jeff, what are you doing, you dirty bugger? Nah. The look on his face. You creep. Did she eat the pizza? I need to know. Oh, fuck it. That is golden, though, man. That is absolutely golden. That is real good because I've got all sorts of images. Just a look on his face. I don't think I've ever seen him smile like that ever in my life, bro. After watching him all these years, never ever seen him smile like that. Oh, Jeff, man. You're a character, bro.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, man. And like Manta says,
get me Chuck E. Cheese, pal.
Oh, man. That is cool, though. I mean, I'm so happy for him that he's doing shit with them, though, man. It's pretty cool to see. But that leads us to the next match because it's match number 2. It is for the JCW tag titles in CHOPPA City in Bruce Wyons and Atiba versus Malcolm Monroe III and the Purple Phantom. What's there to say about this, dude? I mean, it's really the Phantom is a fucking loser, bro.
Although I pop when so CHOPPA City's being given, they got power, so we're gonna defend our titles against the easiest team we can find and put together to beat.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you do that if you're in power? Why not? It's like if it's only for a day, I mean, or a week
CHOPPA
or whatever.
City would. That's absolutely what CHOPPA City would do.
Absolutely, I would do it too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Even if I was a babyface, I'd still do it.
And it was funny too, which made it work.
Yeah,
they took the easy way out and they still came out as baby faces because it was funny and entertaining.
No, 100%, man. Like I said, this show was fucking. when it comes to entertainment and laughs, this was it, man, 100%. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't even know who Monroe the Third is. But that's not the point. This is more about
I think he actually beat the Green Phantom at some point, or the Purple Phantom, or the Phantom at some point.
Guy. No, I do remember him now. You're right. No, you're right. He did. Wasn't it his first match, I think?
The first one that we had seen him on, at least.
Yeah, I'm talking about with the Green Phantom. Wasn't it his very first match on JCW that he lost to Malcolm Monroe the Third?
No, it's Facade. It was Facade.
Was it Facade or the second match then? Maybe it was the Purple Phantom, the debut of the Purple Phantom. I can't remember, but I remember now, man. He's the chunky, he's a big dude. His dad was a wrestler too.
And his grandfather apparently as well.
So he's third generation. There you go. Or is it, I don't know, one or the other. I think his grandfather fought the Sheik in the Detroit area as well, if I remember correctly. But anyway, doesn't matter because the Purple Phantom is a big loser. Chop City get the win, of course, as expected. And then, but we'll get back to that because there's more to this. But before we do, we get the Outbreak and Barnabas at the Bazaar doing a promo. Barnabas says everyone in JCW wants to play games. He says he will make Danny Moe's life a living hell and shows us cocaine. Purple Phantom then, as we were talking about before, Purple Phantom talks to a photo of Russo on the monitor. Phantom says he's been sucking balls and says the real hero JCW needs is his twin brother, the Orange Phantom.
And here's the thing that the recap misses, is that it's a frozen image. Like it's actually frozen. Vince can't see or hear anything. But the thing is, though, Purple Phantom thinks that he does. It just keeps going.
Right. That's what's funny. That's hilarious. He's just such a dope, which is funny, though. I kind of like it. Phantom says he will go to Japan and let the real hero take over. He thanks Vince for the opportunity. As
his twin brother, the Orange Phantom.
God, man, which will be obviously him. I'm looking forward to this. Choppa City then come in and ask Phantom what he's doing. Phantom says he came to say goodbye and says to check on Russo as he's on silent mode. Choppa City laughs when he leaves. Oh, poor Phantom. Green Phantom.
Because he froze. I think Russo froze during their conversation with him. They left it up, and then they're like, they know that he's actually frozen. They're like, I mean, you just had a whole full conversation with him, and they're laughing at him for it.
Right. I mean, it is funny. I mean, come on. T.N. Cooper says, are we going to get every color of the Rainbow Phantom? Maybe that's the end game Phantom.
That might be the end game is the Rainbow Phantom.
Tyler Helton says, do you like JCW's new website? I haven't actually checked it out yet, personally. Brandon, have you?
Let me look at it right now.
Yeah, I actually never went on it. He says also that he's watching Mystery Wrestling 27 now. What's Mystery Wrestling? I never heard of it. Do you know it?
Oh, Mystery Wrestling. That's an independent promotion that does a lot of. They do not try to sell you as a serious wrestling promotion. Like they do a lot of crazy, off the wall shit. Like you know what you're getting when you go there. Like this is the same promotion that had a dude who was a convict wrestling, and all of a sudden in the middle of the match they had prison guards or police show up. He sees them and runs, and they actually show a videotape of the cops chasing it, or the prison guards chasing him out of the arena and into the streets.
So basically, what this is just total bullshit wrestling, like totally, like
it's goofy entertainment wrestling.
Okay, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can do anything when it comes to pro wrestling. You know, everyone's got a niche when it comes to pro wrestling, anyway. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. But thank you for telling me, Brandon, because I have no idea what the hell that was. But we see Mac Davis interviewing Kerry Morton next, Brando. As he says, he was in India and was supposed to stay there. He says he missed the Lunacy fans, though, and Max says Russo will be pissed that he's even here. Kerry says this place doesn't give a shit as to what Russo thinks, and he says Russo can kiss his shoes. He says he wants Caleb Connolly to know that this is the beginning, and he'll be JCW champ. What do you think? Are we going to get Kerry Morton in the very near future? becoming your new Lunacy World Champion.
It does kind of feel like that is the big money build match, is Morton and Conley for the title.
But when would you do it though? When would you, if you were to pull the trigger, when would you, like, how long would you wait for,
Yeah, the gathering is too soon because that's coming up.
No, it's way too soon. Right.
The 2-year anniversary of Lunacy coming up in a couple months.
Couple months. Do you think that's still? I'll wait till the end of the year, maybe. Maybe, but you know what? Maybe that's the right time to do it.
Well, what about Hollow Wicked? Hollow Wicked would be another good one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want it to be done too quickly, though. For me, in my opinion, I think that's a little, a little too quick.
It's kind of one of those things you kind of got to feel the vibes and go with it.
Right. I know the vibes are there, and I think people like wanting to become champion. I'm one of them. I mean, I'm a big fan of his since, you guys introduced me to him. I didn't know he was that freaking good, but he is. He really is. He's a chip off the old block too with his old man. I just think you got to take it easy with him, let it sort of play out a little bit more,
Yeah, like that's Kerry Morton is a talent you don't want to fuck up. Like you cannot afford to fuck up. He's that damn good.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, did you check out the website, as Tyler said?
Yeah, I popped in and looked at it for a little bit. It's nice. It's really, really well set up, easy to navigate.
Well, yeah, exactly. They build up naturally, Josh. Exactly. And it is, you know what I'm saying? But just you don't want to rush too fast with him, that's all. Mantis asks, how many special presentations does JCW do a year? It seems
I know there's Stranglemania, Bloody Mania, which takes place during the gathering, and then there's Hollow Wicked, but I think that's about it.
There's only 3?
As far as I know.
4. And don't worry, Tyler, we'll get to that matchup as we go on in this review, which was a cool match. Oh, and by the way, have you heard about Josh Bishop?
And J-Rod.
Yeah. Oh, J-Rod too. I didn't hear about J-Rod, but I heard about Bishop. Could they be signing up real soon with WWE? And this is their way of maybe, could they be getting written off?
Honestly, again, who knows what the future holds, but again, with that knowledge being out there, I have no doubt that Vince, Violent J, Jeff, everybody else involved, like they're already kind of, okay, what do we do? Like coming up with a contingency plan of what if Bishop gets signed, if J-Rod gets signed. I have no doubt they're already coming up with ideas of, all right, what do we do if this happens?
Oh, no, absolutely. Of course. I mean, what can you do, So, yeah, she's also the new AEW Women's Champion, J-Rod. Interesting.
But the thing, though, too, is OVW has an agreement with TNA, who has an agreement with WWE, so that's not really...
Right. It's all the same.
Like I could see like J-Rod bringing like the OVW title to Evolve or something.
Yeah, do you think they'll acknowledge it though in on Lunacy or nah?
We'll have to see. We will have to see.
Well, J12 says, what are your favorite entrance themes on JCW? I like the EC3 remix song he uses on Lunacy. Me personally, I like actually you can't go wrong with the Even Flow remix.
Steven Flow.
But also like Cocaine's theme, and I can't find it, man. Jeff, if you could be a sweetheart, man, can you send me Cocaine's theme song if you can, man? I'd love to implement it in the show. I cannot find it anywhere. Like anywhere.
Caleb Conley's got a good theme.
Who?
Caleb Conley.
Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah. He's one that's like more like uplifting, Oh, really? Oh, thank you very much for that.
I think Bishop's got a good theme.
Who else?
Bishop.
Oh yeah, that's like a throwback to Psycho Sid sort of, but more his WCW theme.
Yeah, it sounds like a knockoff of China White.
Yeah, but it also reminds me of another theme song too, and I forgot now. It was in my mind before as I was listening to it. or watching it and listening to it. I forgot though now, man. Damn it. I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, for me right now, Cocaine's and Stephen Flo is probably my favorite at the moment. That's yeah, easily by far for me. Anyway, where were we? We see Barnabas again and Outbreak doing a promo next, Brando, because Barnabas says Danny Moe mistook him for something that he's not. He says he's adopted a new daughter in Hokane. He says this daughter understands and listens and obeys every word he says. As Barnabas says, Danny Moe won't give the Outbreak drugs when this is over, and says the days of their drug escapades are over. Bullshit. You just brought in another chick that loves the cocaina, Brando. What's the bet? Maybe in the future, she's going to be the one feeding him in the back, you know what I mean, in the background, whereas Barnabas hasn't realized yet, or something along those lines.
That is a possibility. Who knows? I mean, again, that is definitely an open door they could go down, or open door they can go through.
Yeah, I mean, because Hokane's got to be on cocaine. I mean, clearly.
Oh, actually, you know what? She may have, because of getting rejected by cocaine, she may have rejected it.
Then she shouldn't be Hokane anymore. Maybe she should be I don't know, just come up with a chick name. I don't fucking know. I'm putting myself on the spot right now, but we'll see what happens with that, man. Definitely. How about what if Cocaine gets a tag team partner and they team up with Danny Moe, basically Outbreak and Hokane versus Cocaine, his partner, and Danny Moe in a fucking Cocaine on the pole match or something like that? Could we get that cartel on the pole match or something like that? I don't know, but I don't know why, but you got to have
make sure it doesn't get in the hands of the Outbreak.
Oh well, yeah, exactly. But all the Outbreak, if you were to do a match like that, all the Outbreak will give a shit about is like the drugs, but that's all they're trying. Yeah, like they're trying to. Oh god, that's right. Dijak that's true. You're right, Tyler. Absolutely. And yes, he is MLW Tag Team Champion as well. He seems to be everywhere suddenly, Josh. Have you noticed that since he's made his comeback in JCW, and suddenly he's the talk of the town again? Thomas says one friend he's worked with JCW. Sorry, Brandon. What's up? What's going on here? Where did Brandon go?
I was gonna take a quick piss break. Quick piss break. Sorry, I've been holding it for a minute. I can't hold it any longer.
No, go for it, man. Go for it. So anyway, peeps, while we wait for Brandon taking his little pee break, I just want to ask, what are you guys excited about the most with Lunacy? How do you guys, obviously, like I know with you, Josh, for example, T and Kupina, you're a pretty recent viewer and fan of Lunacy, but I've noticed you've been enjoying it week in, week out. Do you prefer it over the major companies? As a matter of fact, I'd love to know what you think about that. And Tyler, thank you for also joining us over here, man, because I haven't really seen you around or anything until now. But Josh says Danny Moe storyline right now. Yeah, definitely, dude. That is the most intriguing one, especially with Barnabas being the father of hers, which is bizarre too. No pun intended. But do you prefer the stories in JCW compared to even WB and AEW, which is, they both try to take themselves way too serious, in my opinion, and just, it is what it is. Tyler says, I love JCW. Absolutely. Josh says, JCW has a little bit of everything, a wrestling company for everyone. And that's what it is, man. It's not just for you juggalos, man. But still, whoop, whoop. Brandon, welcome back.
Whoop, whoop. And I did catch a little bit of what you're saying, because I kept the headphones on. When it comes to JCW, I know I've heard Meltzer say this before, so I apologize going into like autistic Meltzer mode here, but I hold JCW to a much higher standard in regard, so I do kind of I do hold to a little bit of higher standard, whereas Raw, SmackDown, AEW, TNA, the grading curve is much lower.
And it's funny that you say that because it shouldn't be that way, right? It should be the other way around. You know what I mean?
No, but after watching Lunacy ever since Russo took over, I've what I've come to expect and from Lunacy. Okay, that high standard's been set. I expect with the storylines and the characters and what we've seen so far, I expect that, like, when I turn on Lunacy, I expect a high standard of character development and storytelling.
Absolutely, and that's what we're getting, man. 100%. Absolutely, man. And like I said, I just love the fact that it's a real alternative. You know, people love using that word. Just, it's an alternative. AEW is an alternative to WWE. Is AEW truly an alternative to WWE? Let's be real, bro. Not really.
In a way, it really kind of is, because it kind of has set itself aside as its own brand and identity. That's
right. No, it's its own brand and identity, but it's still kind of, they're trying to want to be WWE in a way, even though they have their 10 million star matches and whatnot. But JCW truly is an alternative. It's completely different to everything else. It's not your same old shit that you get on Dynamite and Collision and Raw and SmackDown week in, week out. These are completely different stuff.
It's kind of like it's like ECW replaced Paul Heyman with Violent J and Vince Russo.
Yeah, for sure. RBV's back, saying, I'm back, but Morata got fucked up in the storm. The only major point I wanted to talk about is JCW's complete absence of sponsors and advertising. I think that's done by design, actually, Rick, in many ways. Now, I could be really wrong about that. Jeff, I'm sure you would know something about that, because I don't think they're in it for, I mean, everyone's in it to make money, but does Violent J truly care about making money when it comes to JCW?
I do. I have heard Violent J. I forgot what interview it was, but I heard Violent J say what he believed. Like, to him, a success for JCW is when it becomes self-sustaining, where it not really turns a profit, but it can sustain itself to where it can pay out everybody and keep running without, if it can self-sustain pretty much.
Yeah, no, for sure. Tyler brings up a funny point, saying JCW have no babyface versus heel. Yeah, they do. They do.
They I'll put it this way: they have protagonists and antagonists. Every character has their own shades of gray, but they're written and positioned in ways where you know who to cheer and who to boo.
Well, a good example is J-Rod and friggin' what's it called, Big L. That's clearly, who the babyface and heel is in that, right? So that's one. I know what he's saying. There's a lot of it where, like, even Josh Briggs, Josh and it does say Josh Briggs there by accident, because I'm just used to saying it like that. But the point is, even the main event, you got two heels, but there could be a turn happening there though with Josh in particular. I don't know, but there is heels versus baby faces. Maybe you just haven't noticed it, like, per se. Tyler.
Like, dude, for example, like Josh Bishop, like the last several weeks, he's been positioned to be the guy. Like, even though he's the bigger dude, he's been positioned as the underdog and the guy you want to root for, because he's the one that the powers that be are trying to stick to, because, well, he's not accepting their offer to, go along with it. Instead, he wants Caleb's belt. So now that's when Russo started sticking his screws to him, and that's when it started turning Josh Bishop and Joel Gardner babyface. The situation. They never changed. The situation did.
And also, Tyler, look at the Luciano family against JWO. There's clearly baby faces and heels there. And, and even the Brothers of Funstruction, they're clearly baby faces in all this. Like, there is a distinction of baby faces and heels, Tyler. Maybe you need to watch it a bit more with a solid eye about it, man. There clearly is baby faces and heels, but they're all shades of gray, I guess, in many ways too. Maybe that's why you get a little confused, and maybe that's why you can't clearly. It's a typical Russo style of booking when he creates baby faces and heels. Like, there's shades of gray between everyone, and no one's like directly, but there's still.
It's still definitive. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy?
Exactly. And again, thank you, RBV. Danny Moe versus Barnabas. He's very clear, baby versus heel, 100%. Again, You know what I mean?
Right,
Even
where you can like, okay, it's some sort of Danny Mo did to get back at Barnabas.
I was gonna say that.
You can say like you can criticize some things that she did, but at the same time, though, for what Barnabas did to her, she wasn't wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a babyface or heel, you're gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying? If your father
put yourself like again from a character story perspective, put yourself in Danny Mo's shoes. Abandoned a carnival at 5 for her father's own selfish desires. How can you not understand? Like, I understand why she'd be pissed and hate him and do what and she did what she did. Granted, like, you know, the outbreak was collateral damage, friendly fire, and that. But at the same time, though, when it comes down to her and Barnabas, yes, you can't blame her for being pissed off because he fucked her over and left her behind.
Right, absolutely. And like Mantis says, it's a crew of anti-heroes, which is again a Russo's thing to do, man. Like he's always done that style of babyface anyway. So total makes sense. RBV says very clear we should hate Jasmine. Yeah, exactly. Again, a heel. I mean, come on. Like, let's be real. Josh says, RBV, we still have moving pieces in the Danny Mo storyline. The outbreak.
Right. Like, other characters are being drawn into that story's orbit, which is great storytelling and writing.
No, absolutely. 100% agree with you, man, on that. But yeah, no, you're right. We can discuss this all day or night. The point is, there's clearly a distinction between baby faces and heels, even if it feels like there's shades of gray, but you still know who to root for and who not to. But let's get on to the next segment, shall we, Brando? Because we see Josh Bishop and Joel Gerner do a promo. Joel says Russo brought a bat into play, then does baseball announcer sounds for Josh. Joel says, Joel says bats are made out of wood and Josh Bishop is made out of Josh Bishop. Joel talks about Josh breaking Russo's bat. Josh says he's gonna break and snap Cruel and tells Joel to say more shit, and he will do. Joel says he doesn't need to and says he will do it well. And that leads us to the next match, and that is a Bacardi on a pole match between the JWA and Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack versus the Backseat Boys in JP and Tommy Grayson. And again, these four have been at it for a bit over a month, say, in terms of storyline. But again, though, was it just me though? Was the poll a little bit short?
You weren't wrong. But to be fair, though, it's. I mean, looking at when it no offense to Tony and Willie, I mean, do they really have the ability? But can they really climb a pole that high?
What are you saying? I'm sure the Backseat Boys could. Don't you see it?
I mean, I'm sure they could, but again, as you saw, it wasn't really them who got the Bacardi.
Well, yeah, that's true. But still, I'm just saying they could have if it went the other way. And the poor Backseat Boys definitely took a back seat because, man, anyway, look, the point is the poll wasn't very high up. I would say this was the blow-off match, would you say? Do you think we're still going to get more interactions between these four?
Possibly. We possibly could.
Well, we do see Big Vito and Sally Boy attack the JWO afterwards as Vito and Sally beat up Mac and Tony with a kendo stick and the belt. Yeah. They got to do something about the Luciano family, man. They're out to get everybody right now. And
well, I think it does get addressed later on in the show.
It sure does, and we'll get back to that. As a matter of fact, nevertheless, though, the JWO get the win, and that's that. We get a blast from the past next. Like I said, I don't usually touch up on this. Some people want us to talk about it. Do you want to allude to anything about the blast from the past?
Nah, this one wasn't really much other than Eugene getting involved in the finish.
That's it. Sorry, guys.
What's the matter with you, Gene?
What's the matter with you, Gene? Exactly.
You ever see that Dr. D Dave Schultz promo from the AWA way back in the day?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
This is the kind of place you belong, Hulk Hogan. These are your kind of people. And then me, Gene, like he has to turn around because he's laughing so hard. He holds the mic up, and Dr. D's like, "What's the matter with you, Gene?"
Hey, look, it's Jeeves in the house.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Thank you for joining us, Jeeves. Is that the real Jeeves, by the way?
Hey, if it's shout out, whoop whoop.
If it is, yeah, shout out indeed. What's a blow-off match? Jeez, you must be young, dude. I'm assuming. I know it sounds bad, but a blow-off match is basically the end of a feud, right? You know, literally the end of the feud. Oh, that is
that is like that. Yeah, that match is the punctuation at the end of that sentence, at the end of that story.
Right, exactly. And look, it is the real Jeeves. Well, Jeeves, thank you for joining us. As a matter of fact, man, he's not the first one. Also, we've had Vito in as well. Obviously, Jeff has also always joined us as well. But thank you so much for joining us, Jeeves. It's an absolute pleasure for you to be tuning in. But anyway, yeah, a blow-off match is the finale of a feud. That's the blow-off. So there you go, man. Just remember that one, man. But anyway, where were we? We're up to the main event. Oh, no. First, it's Mac Davis talking to the JWO and asks what is going on. As Violent J says, it's explosive violence. Jay says he likes it as he likes to fight. And Jay says that he has a special challenge for the Luciano family. And he wants gore games with Tony, Mac, and the Brothers of Funstruction versus Vito, Sally, and anyone else they can find. Now, when that match happens, God damn, it's going to be a blood feud.
Give me gore games, pal.
Gore. Absolutely. I mean, see, I know it's probably not going to be that's not going to be the blow off, even though it probably should be when you think about it, right? But this can go on and go on. You can keep going on with this for as long as you like, which I do like about it. But Vito again, man, it still amazes me at the fact that he's 63 now. I think he just turned
62.
Was it 62? Because his birthday was not long ago, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, it wasn't. It was he turned 62. Man, he looks like $1 million. I mean, what can I say? Like the more I see him, the more it just blows my mind that I mean, I've been watching as well as you have, and most of us, forever, dude. And the guy can still go, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's trippy. But what was I going to say? There was something someone said here before. Oh yeah, RBV saying Jasmine Bean claiming a few polls, and how did they miss having a "Who's the Daddy" on the poll results match? Oh shit. Mantis says a lot of older guys can't get their polls higher.
Get me Blue Chew Gold, pal.
Yeah, pal. Tyler wants to know though, do you like Father Bronson as champ? I'll ask you first. As a matter of fact, Brandon, what do you think?
100%. I love like right now, Father Bronson as the American champ. Perfect spot. Lets him get himself over. Like he's kind of like he kind of feels like Randy Savage and he's IC champion right now.
Interesting comparison. What makes you say that?
Just the fact that he's got so much charisma, talent that he's ready to move to the next level, but it's kind of crowded in the meantime right now. Where he's at now is like still highlights him and gives him a chance to get himself over and be a main player on the show without getting crowded out. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I'll get you, man.
Much like Savage around WrestleMania 3.
Right. It was a violent Savage during that time too. It was pretty much a Savage. T. Cooper says Father Bronson brings a different kind of character to JCW. Absolutely does. And this is what I like about JCW in the first place. We got all sorts of variations of different characters. They're distinctly different. There's nothing like similar per se. But it's just different, and I appreciate that. RBV says, see, Blue Chew or any bone appeal would be an awesome sponsor. Turn them clown frowns upside down. I mean, shit. It happens once you start hitting your 40s, right? I mean, goddamn. Anyway, let's not talk about that shit. Let's get into the main event, shall we? because it is Josh Bishop versus Cruel. And man, the way this match started off at first, Bishop was all over him, dude. I'm thinking, wow, like almost feels like he's going to squash him. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case, obviously. And unfortunately for Josh, the numbers game sort of gets to him. But nevertheless, it was a DQ win for Josh in the end because Caleb Conley obviously gets involved. They're just bashing on poor old Josh. Does this make Josh a friggin' babyface at this point? It kind of feels like you kind of feel sorry for him after all that.
Yeah, after what we've seen, like we could kind of easily put, Josh Bishop's definitely a babyface at this point, at least in where his character and the story he's involved in, he is clearly the protagonist.
Yeah, and I feel like can Josh though play the babyface role? You think? I know Joel Gurney, what you saying last time, but
I really think it could, and Joel Gertner, he's entertaining enough to where he can easily just tweak it just enough to where he's kind of like he's not insulting the fans as much, more he turns that insult to the fans towards the opponent. What he's got to do,
right? Yeah, no, definitely, man. And does he need help at this point too?
No. What I would Tennessee Couponer, I think that it would be in my EC3 or Kerry Morton. EC3 or Kerry Morton, that's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jeeves, do you know something? No, since it's with EC3, I don't expect you to tell us anything, don't worry, it's all good. But yeah, it makes sense. And he's cool in for the long run now, you think?
I would imagine so.
Well, like I said, we don't know if, how long he's there for and whatnot. He's still in the MLW as well, right?
Correct, yeah. Or Bishop's still in MLW at this point.
I know, yeah, no, definitely. He still is. He's tag team champion over there as well, as a matter of fact.
And Dijak too, I think.
Yeah. Them two are tag champs together, aren't they? As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
That's an interesting team. Barbie V says, check out all the new JCW. Everyone's talking about that. You said you checked it out before. I haven't checked it out yet, but I should, as a matter of fact. But Jeff says if you buy Sachi merch, he'll probably tell you. Hey, I actually like the Sachi stuff. I'm not gonna lie. But thanks for the little hint. As a matter of fact, Jeff. You literally threw him under the bus with that one. Oh, you know what? Yeah, go and buy some Sachi merch, and I'm sure you'll get a nice thank you from everyone that does. But you know what, man?
JeevSachi.com, pal.
Yeah, I actually do like his stuff, though. I'm not gonna lie; it's very Sachi, if that makes sense. But it's great fucking stuff, man. So check that out. JeevSachi.com. You said right, Brando?
Yes, sir.
Check it out.
It is a real website. Go check it out. JeevSachi.com.
Absolutely, and buy his merch. Well, in saying that, Brando, I think it's time we hit the bricks. But before
we had one last thing. We had a cliffhanger.
Oh yes, at the very end, because we see Big L. Okay, you're right. With Morton, which is odd, but she was on the phone to Russo before that, and she says Russo wants her to be the showrunner and says Danny Moe needs to get healed up as the JCW Women's title is coming back where it belongs. And then we see Kerry Morton showing up behind her. Kerry says he has a proposal for her as they both walk into the distance. I was going to say into the sunset. But what's with the revolving, I don't want to say guest host sort of thing, but like we're getting different wrestlers, sort of running the show.
If I had to guess, that's because that was a weekend where it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday taping, 2 shows each night. And by the time it was time for the Sunday tapings, Russo was exhausted. He needed to go home. So basically that was their way of riding around that. So, hey,
yeah, he
so for the
written it though, technically.
What's that?
Russo would have still like written the whole show anyway, even if he was.
But he wasn't physically there for like the Sunday tapings.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So I mean,
that was their way of explaining why he wasn't there.
Well, obviously Morton is obviously trying to like
he's trying to get Caleb's belt.
Right, like he's trying to like do things that he wants. Will Big Al though give it to him?
Maybe if he does something for her, that's kind of quid pro quo there. What that is though, we'll have to find out next week.
I'm looking forward to that. I think Big Al will kill it as the boss for the night, which is going to be interesting. So I'm already looking forward to the next Lunacy episode. RBV says, I like the guest showrunners. It's giving a spotlight to different characters in a different light. I agree. Also, you can
like tonight, like CHOPPA City, they were given the ball every segment they were in. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Absolutely. And Josh says that is why you have to tune in and find out. Exactly. Spread the word. Anyone that doesn't watch pro wrestling or is a jaded pro wrestling fan, send them this. And maybe they'll get back into it, because I'm sure if they actually, give it a chance, there will be a lot for them to like. I mean, shit, even I got into it. And usually I don't watch every promotion that's it's hard, man. I mean, think about it, right, Brandon? Covering TNA, WWE, AEW, JCW, we don't even cover Ring of Honor. So that's how much we put JCW on the pedestal, because Ring of Honor, no shit, Brandon. We reviewed it 1 week and we're done after that. We're like, nah, fuck this. I'm not watching this, man. I'm like, I can't. It's just still AEW and it's just the same old crap. And no one really watches it. You know what I mean? And that's why I appreciate Lunacy for being the true, alternative that it's meant to be, unlike other companies that proclaim that, but it really isn't that. So I actually do appreciate that. But in saying that, if you had to give this show, out of 5, face slaps, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was a good show tonight.
That was great. Yeah, I was going to say the same. That is funny, man. That is the call of the night. Ring of Honor doesn't even cover Ring of Honor. Oh, shit, man. It's so true. Not even AEW, for that matter. Not touchdown, chop, chop. They need to make that needs to be marketed literally, man. Like, fully marketed. Josh says 4 out of 5 chops. I guess.
Dude, serious. Like CHOPPA City needs to get foam hands out there for the chops.
Chop, chop, chop. I agree. That 100%. I don't know if whoever I guess if they're going to go to Violent J to ask for that type of stuff. But
at the very least, he would know where to direct him to.
Well, yeah, exactly. Unless Jeeves can direct him somewhere. I mean, because Jeeves looks like a hustler, man. Even with his own website, his own merch. I mean, come on. JeevesArchie.com. Remember that. Well, in saying that, Brando, I think now it's definitely time to go home. Are you looking forward to next week?
Absolutely. Like, tonight was fun. Tomorrow, next week should be even more fun. They're taping I think they're currently taping like the next set of shows this weekend, leading into Shangomania or Bloody Mania Gathering.
I'm looking forward to that too, by the way. I still want to get you to the Gathering though, Brandon. We said we're all going to chip in and get you there somehow.
Yeah,
would you go? If we didn't, would you go?
If there was a way to, like, if I knew for a fact it was going to happen, I will ask off for. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm right now. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna go on, go to the thing, and what are the dates?
I don't remember, man. You'll see it right now. As a matter of fact, where the dates are. But that's hilarious.
All right, 19. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ask for those dates off, and we'll see where it goes.
Wait, you're gonna ask for the days off from work?
Yeah, I'm going to my web. Right going now. To like yeah, we use hot scales. I'm going to the website right now.
Wow, look at that. See that, folks? Let's all get Brandon to the Gathering of the Juggalos. Come on, guys. Exactly. You should get. You know what, Jeff? Give Brandon a JCW press pass. Thank you, Mantis. We appreciate you, man, and thank you for joining us as per usual. RBV though said JCW was in Columbus yesterday. Interesting. Maybe you should have gone too, Rick. Come on, man. Jay Tom says Brandon just had a YOLO moment. YOLO. Oh man, that's brilliant. So as Brandon is trying to get time off work to go to the gathering of the Juggalos, I want to know, will you guys all help us put in a little kitty account for him to go there, to the gathering? Mantis, what are you saying? Dates are different in Australia. Yes, we're a day ahead. So as a matter of fact, it is the 26th of July right now. And that's, we're in the future. And believe me, the future is no different to yesterday. That's all I'm saying. RBV says, Super Chat, SummerSlam shows for Brandon to go to the gathering. I agree. Let's do that shit. But it's all
I just got done putting in the 4-day request.
Oh,
19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. Just put in the request off.
Oh, look at Gruss just pop up saying, just calling sick with Taco Bell diarrhea, pal. Ugh. It's not nice, bro. God damn it. Anyway, we don't want that for Brandon. But what we do want is for everyone to chip in and get him to the gathering of the Juggalos. And you got to paint your face too. If you do that. If we get you there.
I'm down.
That's awesome. Well, till next time, till we do that, before we do go, Brandon, tell them what you're up to. What are you doing? And what's the go for this week, my friend?
All righty. So in about 10 minutes, once we go off the air here, after we're doing the AAA watch along.
AAA.
Yep, we're gonna start right at the beginning and just pick up wherever that's, or go to the beginning, start from there. And then tomorrow we got The Wreckage, followed up with HMG after.
Thank you.
And after that, we got HMG After Dark. Not After Dark. We're going to be doing a AEW Redemption watch along. And then on Monday, we got the Monday Locker Room, the Raw watch along, the Impact Attack with the Drew Carey Show. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. I love that. That thumbnail was too good, man. And was there anything else I'm missing?
Yep. And then on Tuesday, we got This Week in WWE. We have the A Show. We have Hitting the Marks. We have the Late Start NXT watch along. We have the Wednesday Locker Room Wednesday. We have the Next Level Wrestling review. We have the AEW Dynamite watch on the Bell Count Thursday. The Friday Locker Room. The JCW Lunacy TNA Impact watch alongs. And then on Friday, we got the SmackDown watch along at Bell Count. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/Hameen Media Group. Don't forget to check out our friends over on YouTube at youtube.com/The Vince Russo, where you have all of the great content they put out over there, as well as every Thursday, Backstage Lunacy, which airs after every Lunacy, hosted by Mad Mac Davis and the Hardest Working Man in Podcast and Jeff Lane. Also, don't forget to check out their Patreon, patreon.com/RussoTWC. We get all the great brand channel attitude content, such as Cash Rating the Marks, the Raw SmackDown review, Master Shoot Theater, Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Head, on top of so many other great content they have over there on so many different tiers.
Absolutely.
Now, JCW Lunacy. Yep, that airs every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central at youtube.com/Psychopathic Records. As for me, you can catch me on Twitter, as the kids call it these days, the Exit, LG Brandon Whoop. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop. Jimmy, what you got going on, pal?
Well, you already said what I've got going on. Like you said before, The Wreckage with myself, the Professor Javala Veracruz, and of course the best in the world, the vet Jamie Williams, where we talk all things AEW, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, right here on Hameen Media Group's YouTube channel. Of course, this Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, it is myself and R to the B to the V, where we're talking all things WWE. Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, don't miss out on that. And also, don't miss out on Pause and RBV. Finish the Unreal review on this very platform on Tuesday and Thursday, where they talk all things WWE Unreal. If you missed out on the previous episodes, go and check it out. They were brilliant. Look out for that, though, for the latest episode, which is episode 3, I believe they'll be covering this coming Tuesday and Thursday for Unreal Review Show. And also, don't forget, because it's SummerSlam week, we're going to have a lot of SummerSlam, pal. We're going to have a lot of special SummerSlam coverage this week. So look out for that. We'll be covering nights 1 and 2 as soon as they go off the air. And also, before we do go, JTL wants to know, Jimmy is an NBA guy. What do you think of Bron joining my Sixers? You guys are screwed, bro. That's what I'm saying. And I would get into it deeper, but I think, he's gonna. There's too many ego. Is Embiid gonna play second fiddle to LeBron? I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it, and I don't know if he's gonna bring a championship to Philly. I don't think he's that missing piece. Keep in mind, he's in his 40s, man. He wasn't that good this season either. This past season, he was all right, but he's declining now every season. I'm not confident about him, bro. I don't know, but I'll get more into it on the wreckage, and I'll get more deeper into it because right here, I'm kind of on the spot, and we got to go. But I don't know if it's the right move, bro. That's just my opinion, though. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you'll prove me wrong. But you guys got him. Good luck to you, man. Everyone's excited for him. But I don't know, man. Russ thinks it belongs to the Spurs next season. They'll be pissed. And Wemby was going to want to get revenge after what happened, obviously, with the Knicks. And you can't write off the Knicks either, Grass. Still. As long as they keep their core, which they are, I'm sure they'll be great. And summer scam. Come on, pal. Anyway, in saying that, though, I am Jimmy T. He is Whoop Whoop Brandon. And you've been listening and watching Insanity, your JCW Lunacy review show, live right here on the Community Group's YouTube channel, and of course on the Patreon after the fact. Till next time, peace out, much love, and thank you all for joining us. Peace.
Make them tie the club up. Took your bitch out the game, I had to sub up. No masterpiece. 10 bad bitches and they after me. One bad bitch look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip, big drip. Ice chain, pure water. You got the cab, but can't afford it. You got the bad, but can't afford it.
Pick the name easy, make her open up and eat it. Stars in the ceiling in my seats, they temper people. I see them niggas watching and they plotting, trying to sneak. I can't hit a I can't trust a thought, they telling secrets. Big back, take, look back, little nigga. Catch him down bad, that nigga cry a whole river. Now from my back, I'm taking care of the whole village. Somebody got shot, what you talking about, Willis? In the lobby with a brick, a wicked Bobby with your bitch. I go Lawrence with the fit, in the Rari with no tent. I'm from the trench, I got the dirty money rent. He was poppin', so I popped and pray to God repent.
No masterpiece. 10 bad bitches and they after me. One bad bitch look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. You got the cab, but can't afford it. You got the bad, but can't afford it.
Take off. No limit to the money. Nah, I picked the gang up, took a flight across the country. I took the waitress, told her keep the ones coming. Hit the store to get some backwoods and left the rape running. Looking like the blind, but we already on it. In the left with Celine, like that bad that she wanted. A lot of teams ass busting like them James, make you wanna. Take you wanna spend a 50, hit the same with a donut. Whole team full of queens, gotta keep their eyes on me. Snake in the sky, probably wanna slide on me. I bet they ride on them when I put that prize on them. 10 bad bitches, Brocato got 5 of them.
No masterpiece. 10 bad bitches and they after me. One bad bitch look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. You got the cab, but can't afford them. You got the bad, but can't afford it.
2-step, oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 2-step, oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! Y'all know how, right? Put that on that beat. Let's go.
No masterpiece. 10 bad bitches and they after me. One bad bitch look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip.